Hey everybody, and welcome back. As you can see, I am looking pretty rough this morning. No makeup, no hair done. And the reason for that is because we wanted to go ahead and finally give this Vidal Sassoon Salonist hair color a try. Most of you who follow my channel will remember that Bzz Agent sent this to me a few weeks ago to try. And because of Christmas and New Year's and everything that's been going on, I just have not had a chance until now. So today my daughter is gonna help me get started with this project, and we're gonna see just how well this color lives up to its claim. If you want to see my hair before, you can search back and find that video. You can obviously see in here where some of the purple color remains, and where it's washed out it is looking pretty blonde in some of those spots. So we're gonna go ahead and give this color a try and see if it will work. A couple of things that you probably will want to do before you try to color your hair at home is to get just an old shirt. This one here, you can tell, is one that I have painted in a lot. I don't care if it gets color on it and gets messed up. If you've ever colored your hair at home, you do know that sometimes you're going to get that color on you and it will not wash off of cloth and your clothes once it gets in there. And so I've also gotten just an old towel that I'm going to also place around my shoulders. My hair is a little longer in the back, so while that is setting, it will kind of lay on my clothes, and I don't want it to just lay on my shirt. So grab an old towel and put that on your shoulders to protect your clothing, and let's get started. Now, I no longer have the box that all of this came in because we did use that to wrap some Christmas presents in. But in the kit, the container here, it came with just a little bowl like this that we are going to use for mixing our color. And inside there came some gloves. That's going to help protect our skin and nails as we're coloring. The kit also did come with a brush that we are going to use to apply the color to our root system. And then it did also come with a two-step process. We have 2 bottles that we're going to mix together for step 1. We also have a packet that we're going to mix in step 2. And then, of course, like every color does, it comes with a conditioner that we're going to use when we're all done. So let's go ahead and get started with step 1. We are going to empty the contents of both of these containers right into our bowl, and we're going to use our brush to mix it up completely. All right, now as you can see, we do have this mixture to a nice creamy consistency and gotten just about all the lumps out that we can get out. Don't worry if the color is not the color that you're wanting your hair to be. As it oxidizes on your hair, it will change color. So don't let this fool you right now. This is supposed to be a dark brown, and so we're going to see how it does. I'm going to go ahead and slip my gloves on, and we'll get started. Okay, as you can see, I've got my old shirt on, I've got a towel on that I don't care about, and I have brushed my hair out. You guys can tell how frizzy and bad my hair is without some help every day. So you guys are seeing me in my complete raw form, and I hope you guys appreciate it because I do not do this very often. We now have, if you can look right down here, we now have all of our mixture ready, and you can see that it's already beginning to oxidize and it's beginning to darken up. We are going to use 3/4 of this. You can kind of section that off a little bit to help you eyeball that if you want to. We're going to use 3/4 of this and begin applying it straight to our roots. We're going to use this little brush to complete that task. Okay, and we're just going to keep going right along getting these roots, and we'll be right back. You do want to be as careful as possible not to get this on your skin. It will wipe off fairly easily, but it's just better to not have to worry about that. Now, the instructions do say to keep you apart here in the middle, and then what we want to do is you can use either the tip of your brush or your fingers and just go ahead and section off the next layer. We're going to pull this over, and now we're going to apply the color right here to these roots. And this is how we're going to keep doing this process all the way over the head. Now that we're to this section, I wanted you guys to see really clearly right in here. You can see where the stripes of color were that we had put in there, the purple that we did. Now, obviously, they had to bleach my hair and lighten it before the color would show up because I have such dark hair. So this is what we're really curious to see if this at-home color is going to cover up. Okay, now as you can see, we have this parted down the middle like they've said, and this is where this color system is a little different than most. You can see that my hair does not have any color on it yet, just underneath at all of the roots. And we are going to leave this on now for 20 minutes and come back and then put the color on the rest of the hair. So that is something that is definitely different than most at-home coloring systems. So I'm going to rinse my hands so we can save our gloves for the next part, and we'll see you back in 20 minutes. Okay, our 20 minutes are up, so we've just uncovered our container. You do want to make sure that you put the lid back on your container while you're waiting that 20 minutes. We are now taking the contents of packet number 2 and pouring it into what was left over from packet number 1. We're going to give this a good stir. Make sure that it is mixed well before we begin applying it to the hair. Now, as you are doing all of this, you want to make sure that your brush or your packets, none of that touches your actual sink, or you are going to really get it stained and it won't come off. I've made that mistake before. For this next part, we're going to use our hands, and we're just going to scoop amounts in our hands and just begin to massage that into the rest of the hair. And we're going to do this all the way around until our hair is completely saturated. Now, as you can see, that color is all into all of the hair. And this is also where it's different. A lot of at-home boxes will have you go ahead and like stack the hair all on top of each other and put it up under a cap. This one didn't say to do that. This one just said to leave it laying just like this. But you will notice that's exactly why we have this old towel, because some of that color is getting on the towel. Now that we have that all massaged and all of the hair is completely saturated, we're going to set our timer for 10 minutes and then we're going to come back and rinse it off. All right, our 10 minutes are now up, so we are fixing to rinse this out. The instructions at this point said to go ahead and use a color-safe shampoo to shampoo the hair, and then we are going to use this color-preserving conditioner that came with the kit once we get it all rinsed out and washed. So we're not going to show you that process, but we will come back and show you the results. And so here we are. We have everything all washed out, and I have gone ahead and put in some of this Tresemme Keratin Smooth heat protectant for my hair. And so I'm just fixing to go ahead and start blow drying, and we'll see what happens. And so now here we are back. My hair is all dried and has been straightened. And for those of you who know about Bzz Agent, it is where they send you these products for free for an honest review. So I'm going to tell you what I honestly think about this product now that I am done. As you can see up around the roots where a lot of my gray was beginning to show, it did cover beautifully. All of that gray has been covered up. The only issue that I have, and I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but can you see right in here where the hair had been bleached before in order to add the purple color? It did not cover that bleached area up very well. You can still see a little bit of striping in there. It wasn't a good even color, which is to be expected. I mean, unless you go to a beauty salon and have your hair professionally done to cover up bleached areas, that's pretty much to be expected. But I do have to say that overall, even with that, it almost makes it look like those spots are a little a caramel color, while the rest of it is real nice and dark, and it really does make it look like my hair has some highlights in there. And so I didn't even have to have that done. So I actually like the result of that. It's very, very nice. The hair is very soft. It was very easy to do. This is the first time that I've ever done an at-home color where I was able to do it completely by myself, of course, except for my daughter who was filming. And so the ease of the product is wonderful. The two-step process is great. I really do like that better than most at-home colors. And I do think the results, had my hair been all one color except for gray, I think it would have turned out wonderfully well because it covered the gray perfectly. It's just that nothing you do at home is really going to cover the bleached areas that were there. So overall, I give this product a huge thumbs up. And if you are looking to do your hair at home, this is definitely a product that I would recommend you giving a try. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and putting up with my makeupless face today and my frizzy hair to begin with. Thank you for sticking with me, and we'll see you in the next video.